What's going on, guys? It's Wind Model here, out here on the bench that you seen the other day. I was going through some old gun cases in the house, and this is my M206 Rock Island in the Mark Thomas holster. Check out Mark Thomas on YouTube. It's just Mark Thomas, MARC THOMAS. But he's from PA as well, not far from me. He made this for me a couple years and sent it up. The only thing I did was wet molded it. But check him out. Of course, this is the Rock Island. Gonna unload this here quick. Has the HTX hollow points in there that I used to carry. Set them aside here quick. It's empty. So I was looking through, I make sure this is my other tripod, that the clamp sometimes gets loose, so I gotta check the phone, make sure it don't fall. But this is the case. When I was looking through my case, I did not realize this gun. This is from this is a 2016 model gun, so and I bought it in 2021. So I thought it was new, a little newer. So when I bought it, it was already 5 years old. So I mean, the gun's about 9, coming up on 10 years old already. This here, I will get that off. That is fingernail polish that I accidentally spilled on there. When I was putting, I had this sitting beside a front sight of another gun that I was trying to put polish on the front sight so I could see it better, and I accidentally spilled it, and it just happened to fall. So I thought, screw it, I'll get a Q-tip, try to whiten up these letters. Well, I did, and apparently it just got down into parkerization, and I've tried everything to get that up out of there, and it just will not. So this is just a carry gun, a truck gun anyway. I do carry this sometimes. However, I'm not really worried about the looks of it, the aesthetics. As long as it works, and it does work. But these wooden grips are the ones that came with it. I did take these off, sanded them down. I restained them and refinished them with some gloss with some True Oil. They look really good. When I carry these, or when I carry this gun, I don't carry it a lot, but when I do carry it with the wood grips. I also forgot this was in here. This is the test. There's two test bullets in there that they tested from the factory in Pahrump, Nevada. Arms Corps. I have the tripod set up to the side here, so I'm not used to that, but 6 lands, 6 grooves, and a 1/16 inch twist right hand, obviously. So all that's in there. But I wanted to show you, I don't think I ever did, excuse me, I don't think I ever did show you these plasticky, they're more plastic than rubber. They got some decent texture on them. They're not super aggressive. Now, I don't, every once in a while I'll put these on if I'm going just shooting and not carrying. But figured while I have her dug out, I'll switch these grips out for you real quick, just to show you what they do look like Again, gun's unloaded. Nothing in the gun. So I'm going to take these grips off here for you real quick. And the heads of these screws, this is one of the guns that I was bitching about. The heads of these screws are just, that's a straight head, flat head, and that is just totally mangled. So I'm going to have to go visit the old Amish, the bolt guy. There's a guy up the road. He is called the bolt guy, and he is Amish. And he has a shed, a Yoder barn. If you know, if you're from PA, you know what Yoder barns are. But it's probably a, I don't know, 20 by 20. So this is a screw side, and that just comes off, obviously. And then there's the bottom side. But he has a shed. It's maybe an 18 by, it's pretty square. It's probably, I don't know, 20 by 20, 18 by 18 barn, but it is full of just bolts, screws, nuts, anything you want. And of course, a lot of these are imperial threads, and like your Coles and your Ace and stuff like that do not carry them. So I'll go match it up and get another one. But there is the inside of the of your grip area, or your frame. There's your spring. It's pretty clean inside. Some nicks here and there. But let's put this on here. And that is a two-piece. I thought it slipped down in there, but it does not. So you actually take the screw out. It is actually a two-piece. It is a shell. I was not aware. I am now. Now see that this one in frame. That one's not nearly as bad. The head of that screw. I wish the other one was the same way, but there's the insides of the plastic grips. Standard plastic two-piece shell grip. See that just, there's a little shelf right here. The bottom of the grip handle sits in there. Just line that up. Then you just line this up on top. Find your hole. For some reason, I remember me running into a problem. This bolt being either too short. Maybe it was a different gun. Could be wrong. Make sure these are good and tight, because there is a gap problem, I noticed. Anyway, get around here so I can be in frame, so I can see what I'm actually looking at. But there's what it looks like with the plastic grips on it. What do you think? I think it looks much better with the wood grips. Now, if you're doing a lot of shooting, this is the better grip, I would say. I don't have huge hands, I have kind of shorter, fat, medium-ish, largest fat hands. So I don't have huge hands. But, I mean, it's unloaded, so I'm going to put my finger on the trigger just to show you. I'm not going to pull the trigger. Careful, or YouTube Nazis. But that's the purchase. You know, that's what you get with the I mean, it's a good grip. It feels good. Feels good in the hand. However, for carrying, I prefer the wooden. I prefer the wood grips here. I just do. Smaller, it's more compact, you know, it's thinner, it's shorter. You could carry this gun in your sock if you wanted to. With the wood grips, it's just bulky. It's a lot more bulkier with these plastic grips. But anyway, that's the comparison. Again, there's the wood. I love how they turned out, by the way, with that stain and that True Oil. But anyway, that's the Rock Island M206 with the black plastic grips on it. See Rock Island armory on them. It's a good gun. It's one of my, I'd say it's one of my favorite revolvers that I have. It's not the most expensive, it's not the most cherished, it's not worth as much, but for an everyday, reliable, goes bang every time you pull the trigger, revolver, you know. Rock Island makes good guns. They do. They make good revolvers. They make good guns, period, I think. So, check them out. Let me know. I know some of you in my previous video I did of this, a lot of you said you preferred this grip here, the black grip, because of your hand size. And I can see that, but different strokes for different folks, as they say. As for shooting, I could definitely see this, and I have shot this. It feels better shooting when you're shooting spicy loads, you know, like your plus P stuff. Definitely this grip. But plus P's can also, you can still shoot it comfortably with the small wood grips. But yeah, this is what I carry. The hollow points. What are they? The HTP? I think they're the Remington HTPs or XTPs, whatever they are. These are the plus P's for the focus. But solid round, they do some damage. They put a nice little hole in whatever you're shooting at for a 38 special. But quicker little video here, guys. Just wanted to show you the difference between the wood grips and the black plastic textured grips. They come with the Rock Island M206. Like I said, I picked this gun up in 2021. It is a 2016 model, so it's approaching 10 years old. I've had it for 4 years now, about. It's nothing but reliable so far for me. M206 Rock Island, check them out. The 200s are great too. You know, this is a 2-inch. I think the 200s are 4. Pretty sure they're a 4-inch. Pretty much the same gun, with a bigger barrel. They may have a couple different things as far as the features, but they're pretty similar. I think the black is a lot more pronounced on the 200, at least the newer models. But anyway, guys, that's just a quick look. And like I said, there is a little bit of a gap. Not sure if it's just mine or something with the older models or what, but you can squeeze it and it doesn't move much, but maybe that's just a defect, who knows. But it came with 2 grips, so I mean, utilize them. If yours came with 2 grips, you utilize them at your need, whatever you prefer. It's pretty neat when they send you 2 different grips. So, quick little video, guys. Oh, and this, I guess, this white, this will just be a characteristic now to it. It ain't gonna affect the way it shoots. Maybe I'll see if I can find something to get that off, but I tried everything. That parkerization just really soaks it up, man. Very porous. But I still look at the grips comparison on the Island M206. You guys have a good rest of your week. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Keep an eye on what's going on around you. As we know, the last week has been the helicopters and the planes and all the crazy shit with the education system. Elon Musk now has every one of your social security numbers. Keep in mind, the same Elon Musk that wants to microchip you. The same Elon Musk who is the original inventor, I guess is the word, or the constructor of these North American super cities, right? The 15-minute cities and the bullet trains. That's Elon Musk's doing. So cry about it, and you can blame other people if you want, but that's Elon Musk's baby. What else? Oh, Trump, yeah. The guy who was going to end the wars, right? The guy who ran on and promised all of us that there would be no wars with him. Just sent $1 billion plus in military weapon aid to fucking Israel. Israel, the same bootlicking, freeloading beggars they've always been for hundreds and hundreds of years. That same Israel. The Israel that's claiming land that is not theirs. The same Israel that has been the cause of or responsible for 90% of every world issue, I would say, for the last 100-some years. That same Israel. And now the U.S. is taking over the Gaza Strip, apparently. He wants to buy Canada, the Panama Canal, Greenland. I told you what was coming. A lot of people told you what was coming. You didn't listen. All you cared about was cheap gas and groceries, and we don't have either. Last I checked, gas is more expensive now in the last 2 weeks than it was under Biden. So, congratulations. You bootlickers got what you wanted, I guess. Or maybe you didn't know what you wanted. Maybe you just voted for Trump because you hate Biden, which that's what it is. 90% of you don't like Trump. You just hate Biden and Kamala Harris, which I get it. But trying to portray Donald Trump as somebody so much better is just delusional. Now we got a president with little man syndrome and a Napoleon complex. Right? We got a president with little man syndrome and a Napoleon complex. So, imperialism. Imperialism's back. Yes, imperialism is making a comeback. All the ammo that we stocked up on, we better keep stocking up, because it looks like the conquest is back, right? Here, I was thinking that all these countries and these continents have already been established, but apparently I was wrong. Onward! Onward and upward, as they say, right? You know, onward and upward to more national debt. Onward and upward to another recession. Or, actually, if you read the history, this is what it was like before the Great Depression. So, take that how you want to take it, but Father Trump has done nothing good so far in his, 12, 13 days. The only thing he's probably divided the country in 12 days more than Obama and Biden ever did, honestly. But of course, there was more gun laws and new red flag laws put on the books in the first 4 years of Trump than there was in 8 years of Obama anyhow, but he loves guns. He's a proud supporter of the Second Amendment. He owns one gun, and it's a .38 Smith & Wesson apparently that he keeps by his bedside. He owns one gun. He's a real gun supporter, isn't he? He loves Israel, though. As long as he loves Israel, we're in good shape, right? I hope you're all ready. I just hope you're ready, because Mr. Ketchup Stain on the ear, he's taking y'all for a ride. And when reality hits you, you're going to be really, really mad. And I don't want to hear a fucking thing from any of you that voted for him because I told you so. A lot of us told you so. A lot of us with functioning brains told you what was coming. But you chose, what's the word I'm looking for? A spite. It was a spite vote. Right? You don't like Trump. You don't like him now. You didn't like him then. You just hated Biden and Kamala. And you thought you had no choice but to vote for Trump, when that is not correct at all. You just don't vote. And yes, you can still complain. You can still voice your opinion. You can still do whatever the fuck you want to do, even if you didn't vote. Don't let people tell you you can't voice your opinion over politics if you didn't vote. That is the most retarded thing I've ever heard. It's a cop-out. So, you had a choice. You could have voted third party, or you could have just not voted at all. But you voted for Trump. He won in a landslide, like I told you he would, because majority of the country is brainwashed one way or the other. It's every time there's an election. There's no in between anymore. You're either extreme for one side or extreme for the other, and it's not going to end well. The thing with Israel, they're just. And let me ask, why is Israel our greatest ally? I said this in a couple other videos. Terry Tactile has too. Why is Israel our greatest ally? What have they ever done for us? Let me remind you. Well, first, the reason they say Israel and U.S. are, in the last, 20, 30 years, the last 20 years have been so close up each other's assholes, is because of Iran, right? Israel's using us as a crutch. We're using Israel as a crutch for Iran. Because both countries are scared of Iran although I don't know why. Let Iran get a nuclear weapon. Who gives a fuck? There's other countries that have them besides us. Have any of them launched one yet? No. Iran's not. Y'all people scared of Iran's the wrong. Y'all should be looking, if you know geography, find Iran on a map and go directly west or directly east of Iran and south a little bit. And there's a big country over there on a big continent called Asia. It starts with a C and ends with an A. It's 5 letters. That's the country you should be worried about. And fittingly, Trump puts the least amount of tariffs on that country. So he put 25% on Mexico and Canada, but he put 10% on China. Why? Well, pretty simple. America is surviving off of China, right? America doesn't need Canada. They don't need Mexico, but they need China. By the way, our heavy oil production, our heavy crude, you might want to see how much of that comes from Canada. You might want to check. Let me give you a hint here. It's over 75% of our heavy crude that comes from Canada. I want to take that into account. Yes, we need Canada in that aspect. Unless we're going to drill, and y'all know that ain't happening. But the Iran thing, listen. Up until 1979, Iran and Israel were very, very close allies. When that empire fell, that's when they split. But don't let them fool you. They're still allies. They can say they hate, that's what they want you to believe. Iran and Israel have been, up until 79, they were very close. And I don't buy it. I don't trust either of them countries as far as I can throw them, especially Israel. But it's all a global fucking mess. This global economy shit, when I first learned about it, I didn't understand it. And I didn't understand it as far as why. Why can't countries just depend on themselves? Help where it's needed, help other countries where it's needed, but don't give. These handouts, it's getting out of hand, man, and it was beyond out of hand. Like, there's no fixing it now. There's no going back and undoing it. There's really only one solution, and we all know what it is. We don't want to think about it. We want to keep dreaming up scenarios that procrastinate that happening, right? But it's inevitable. There hasn't been one in 75, 80 years. Before that, the first one was, 30 years apart from the second one-ish. $1945 was a long time ago, people. 1945 was a long time ago. And just look around you. The tension, not just here, the tension between all of these countries. You can almost feel it. You can cut it with a knife. And no toupee wearing orange man is going to fix that. All these Fox News people he's added to his administration, they ain't fixing it. There's one thing that's fixing it, and that's a world war, period. There was no order anymore. Imperialism, he's bringing imperialism back, whether you admit it or not. That's what it is. He's already fucked with, 5 countries in 12 days? What he's doing is fulfilling personal vendettas. And that is the total opposite of what you want for somebody leading your country. Especially leading a country of somebody like the U.S., who is looked at as, either one or two. Either us or China. We're the big boys. And it's not clear cut anymore which one is number one. China's passed us in many things, so Trump's not a good look. Is he tougher than Biden? Sure. He has more balls, sure. But there has to be a cutoff. You can't keep enforcing your will and expect countries who have improved their infrastructures and their militaries over the years not to retaliate. Right? Sooner or later, it's going to happen. And it will be, look, I'm closer to 40 than 30, and I'd be willing to bet almost anything. Something's going to happen in our lifetimes. Um, it's crazy to think not at this point. So, I didn't mean to ramble, but I just wanted to show you these grips. I wanted to tell you some facts. Look out for things, people. Listen, imperialism, overprotectionism is not a good thing. You can only fuck with somebody and push people into corners so long until they fight back. It's a natural reaction to an action. So keep stocking up. Whatever, your first aid, your food, your water, guns and ammunition, your lifelines, your medicines. Check in on your family. Right? Make sure people are okay. Make sure they got stuff squared away. Financially, money, physical cash. Pull that out if you can. Keep some physical bills, some coin, some gold if you have it. Some form of physical currency. Keep at least at your house. If it comes to a bug out or you have to leave situation, take some with you. Because just like another world conflict happening, before or as that happens, I'm going to predict right now that there will be a grid down situation. Your credit cards, your PayPal, your Venmo, your crypto bullshit, it's not going to mean fuck. You're not going to be able to use it. I don't care how many thousands you have of it. You're not going to be able to use it in that scenario. So have cash on you. Other than that, don't worry about money. There's going to be a lot more priorities than money at that point, in that scenario. So get your things squared away. Wherever you get your news, I'm not saying be consumed with it, but be informed. Turn off Fox and CNN, and their mainstream shit it's garbage. Independent news sources. Get to know them, trust them, Support them. Get your things squared away. Get some more of these. Get some more of these. Lots more of these. Food, water, medical. Pay attention to what's going on in other countries too. Because with Don, the imperialist, it's going to take a bad turn soon. He keeps fucking with people. And people are going to start fucking back. So, our big bad military is big and bad. But there's some other big bad militaries that are not afraid of us anymore. So, listen, I don't mean to preach. You guys believe what you want, but I'm telling you, if you look back at what's already happened, this is like a precursor, people. So, get your shit in order. Protect you and yours, and be ready, because it's coming. But let me know in the comments about whatever I just talked about. Disagree, agree, questions, comments, whatever. I don't know everything. I don't know shit. I'm just another nobody, like every one of you. And every one of you is a nobody in the grand scheme, right? That Rush from Limelight, that verse is exactly, all the world's indeed a stage, and we are merely players, performers and portrayers, each another's audience outside the gilded cage. Think about those lyrics and get your shit in order. I don't mean to be negative, but bad shit's coming. So, let me know what you guys think about the grip comparison. Your M206 or your M200 Rock Islands. Check out Mark Thomas. Great dude. Makes awesome, excellent holsters and like ammo belts and all kinds of stuff. Check out Mark Thomas. MarcThomas. There's a stamp. Thomas Leatherworks. It is just Mark Thomas on YouTube, though. Check him out. And we will see you guys on the next one. Have a great rest of your week. And y'all stay up. We'll see y'all. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Rock on now. Oh, before I go. I'm not a big country music fan. Especially new shit, but did Beyonce really just win Country Artist of the Year? Or Female Country Artist or Female Album of the Year? Jesus mighty. What the fuck is going on? We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.